Hello Aquarius, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is your energy update. So instead of the weekly reads, now I'm doing these energy updates so that whenever you catch this video is when it applies to you. We're all on different timelines. My guides told me that some of us are early, some of us are late, and some of us are kind of right on time, the timing for when I'm making these videos, that is. And so whenever you catch this, it's your update for Aquarius. So I'm going to get the cards out. If you'd like a private reading with me, go along to my website BeHealing.com and get all my readings out within 24 hours if you're booking them. If you put your email address in to join my mailing list, then you'll get emails each weekend about the half price sale. So I have a half price sale every weekend just on one selected reading. You'll find out what that is. You'll hear about my pick a card read as well, but you'll also get a $5 voucher code, and you can use that voucher code as many times as you like. So if you're thinking of getting a private reading, then definitely do that before you do on BeHealing.com. Right, I'm going to get your cards out and I'll be right back with you. Okay, there we go. Aquarius, I've got your cards out now. So let's get into your reading. Your energy update for whenever you're watching this. Aquarius, so first card out, Justice. Balancing the scales, getting some balance in your life. And yeah, this is a general read, right? So I can't tell you how you're out of balance. You're all going to be out of balance in a different way. But if you think about, that pie chart of how your spiritual life is going, how your work life is going, how your relationships are, your family, and, all of that big pie chart that you can make of that, just think about where you've been out of balance, which part of your life has been out of balance, because that needs to be balanced up at the moment. I'm getting from this Justice card that the universe is waiting on giving you something, but it's requiring you to balance something up. Now, what I mean by that is maybe you're having like problems in a friendship or problems in a relationship, but you're not focused on that. You're focused on your business or your work. And then you're trying to get a promotion or you're trying to get your business successful, and you're not realizing that the friendship problem or the relationship problem is bringing your energy down. And if you just balance that up, if you were to focus on that area of your life and get balance with this Justice card, then once you got that balance, then the other part of your life would get going. Whatever you're trying to manifest would happen. So this is saying that there is something that needs to be balanced up in your life to make another area of your life work, So if it's like you're trying to get into a new relationship, but you've let your business slide, it's time to get focused on your business, because that's going to be the key to bringing in that relationship. If you've not been focused on your money or your spiritual life or your emotional life or anything like that, then you need to find out what it is, what is out of balance there. And you've got the Three of Voices out with this, and so it feels like you're trapped. It feels to me like you have been trying to manifest something in your life, and you're so focused on that area trying to make it happen, and you think that you just need to focus on that area to make it happen. This is saying, no, you need to get that balance. You need to get that balance, and then it will happen. You see, you're a whole being, and the universe is seeing you as a whole being. It doesn't need you to focus on separate things and manifest them. It needs you to love yourself and get balanced in yourself and get happy in yourself and focus on everything. Yeah? and see yourself, like see you as your main purpose for living, your balance, how you're feeling, you feeling good. If you make you your priority, then you'll get that balance. You're not going to feel like this anymore. You're not going to feel like a victim to the universe or a victim to what you're trying to manifest. Because these two together, it's saying to me, Aquarius, that you're trying to manifest something and you're feeling like a victim. It's not happening. Like it's like you're hitting brick walls, you're hitting closed doors all the time. But this door, it's closed, but this, you can still get around it there. So it's just in your mind, these restrictions, and it's because you haven't got that balance. There's some imbalance in your life. Now out with this is saying, it's the Ascension card. I've never pulled this out of this deck yet. This is the Shamanic Healing Oracle. All of the decks that I'm using, by the way, they're in the description box below for this video. But this is all about your ascension. And so I feel like you're trying to progress in one area of your life. And you're so hyper-focused on that area of your life and fixing problems in that area of your life that you're not looking at the bigger picture and seeing how unhappy you are in other areas. And when you do that, that's going to lead to your ascension. It's like, at the moment, Aquarius, you're just so distracted by something that you want that you're not seeing lots of other parts of your life falling apart. And if you just tend to those areas that are falling apart, then that's when you're going to get this ascension. The sun's going to come out and the birds are going to start singing in the part of your life that you are trying to get moving. So don't try and fix yourself. Don't keep the same focus that you've had, Aquarius. That's what it's saying. Well, look at this. You've got 10 of Pentacles next. And so this is like pure happiness. 10 of Pentacles, it's just everything. Everything that you want. Total happiness. Fulfillment. That is where your higher self wants to take you now. And there's a path to it. And that's what this card, this 7 of Voices, is saying. There's a path to that fulfillment that you want, Aquarius. But right now you're in this dark. You're in this darkness. You're in these fears. You're in this trying to fix it. Being lost, hitting brick walls and all of that with what you're trying to manifest. But there is this path. There's a path to the light through that doorway, and you are on that path. You're already on that path. But what you can't do is like focus on this and then try and make this happen down here. You're not going to make it happen down here. You've got to ascend. You've got to walk through that path, and that requires you to focus on yourself. Maybe to heal yourself, balance yourself up for sure. But this is where your higher self wants to take you. He wants to take you on this journey, and it is a journey, right? It's not. What this is saying to me, Aquarius, is that you can't compartmentalize your life and just focus on one part of your life and get that to be good. The universe just won't let you do that. It needs you to be balanced. Ancient wisdom is behind this. And so you know this really, Aquarius, that this is ancient wisdom. It's part of you. It's something that's inside of you. You know this. And it's only your ego that turns around and says, no, I can't have what I want. I can't get just this thing to work. That's the only thing I want anyway. I don't want the whole picture. I don't want all of this. I just want that one thing, because I'll be happy if I've just got that one thing. If I've just got that dog, or if I just have a child, or if I just have my partner, or if I just have the coins, I'll be happy. But this is saying, no, you won't be though. You won't be. You'll be discontent, because your ancient wisdom, what's really inside your heart and your soul, is balance. It's you being a whole being. You want to progress. You want to ascend. That's your purpose. It's not this stuff. It's not all the externals that you want to go for. But when you get that balance, and when you apply your ancient wisdom and get balanced and focus on the other parts of your life, you will be led to this anyway. So it's like saying, don't go for the carrots, make yourself the carrot, and then the carrots will come anyway. That's when you will manifest this stuff. In your love life, Aquarius, you've got passion. It's a good sign. So maybe your love life is on the go at the moment. It says, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. I'm just going to get some clarity on this one. So for Aquarius' love life, what's all this passion about? Okay. Willingness and be with nature. So this is saying that your passionate self, maybe your sexual self, is a natural part of you, and just be willing to open up to that. So Aquarius, maybe you've been shut down to that. Maybe you had a bad experience in a relationship and you close yourself off. You're not willing to find another partner or be open to anyone else in that way, be open to passion. And so it is a natural part of you. You can be open and willing, and maybe that is what this balance is. Maybe it's calling for you to have some relationship balance. Maybe you've just been focused on your business or your queen and you've shut down to relationships. Aquarius, this is saying open up, just be willing, because it's a natural part of yourself, that passion. So for some of you, you've been closed down to relationships and to passion. As it's asking you to open up there again. You'll be surprised, you know. I've seen in a lot of my customers' readings that abundance tends to hinge on relationships. Once you get fulfilled and happy in that love way and you're receiving love, then the abundance starts coming in too. And so you'll be surprised at how that can change things. Now you've got encountering conflict here. Encountering conflict. On the back it says, I don't choose sides, I take a stand. So conflict, there's two sides of this. I don't take sides, I take a stand. You need to pick your side when you encounter conflict. That's what this is telling me. Let's get some clarity on that. Picking a side when you're encountering conflict. You know, conflict happens to us for a reason. Showing us something about ourselves. Showing us maybe we need to make different choices in different people if we've got conflict with people. Or maybe it's a pattern, different choices in the patterns that we've got. Maybe a pattern that we've got is causing the conflict in the first place. But the clarity for this one is criticism and one step at a time, right? And so the conflict that's happening with you at the moment, Aquarius, is because of your criticism. And so maybe you're criticizing yourself, maybe you're criticizing other people, and maybe you're doing both. And it's probably both, because if it's a pattern, it tends to be a pattern in every area of your life. Now, you might have been made aware of this. If you're encountering conflict, then you probably have been made aware of this. If you've been critical of yourself, critical of others, probably critical of others that causes the conflict. But if you've got conflict inside of yourself, you're going to have conflict outside of yourself too. It's always a reflection. That's why I said you're probably critical of yourself and critical of others too. And so you've been made aware of that, I think, because of you're encountering conflict. And this is saying one step at a time, just one step at a time. Don't beat yourself up about it. That's more self-criticism, right? But you need to address that within yourself. And so maybe more meditation to listen to what your ego is doing to you. That criticism, looking on the negative side of things, or trying to pick holes in things, looking at something and finding the fault in it rather than looking at something and appreciating it. And so once you become aware of where your ego mind is going, it's trying to protect you. That's why it's criticizing. Our mind criticizes things because it thinks it can protect us from the dark side, from the negative side of things, but it doesn't. It just sucks us into that vortex of negativity, and then life goes downhill. Yeah, everything becomes negative when you do that. And so just one step at a time to lift yourself out of that hole. Once you become aware and you can listen to your mind and how critical it is, then you can just accept it. First of all, just accept that that's where your mind's going. Your mind isn't you, by the way, Aquarius. You can kind of detach yourself from that. You are a conscious creator. You're a spirit, right? And your mind is just something, one tool that you have. And so your mind isn't you. So detach from your mind a little bit. Listen to what it's saying and say, oh, thank you for trying to protect me, mind, but I think I'll take it from here. I think I want to look at things on the positive side. And then when you make that decision to look at things on the positive side, to start looking for what you appreciate in something, every time you catch yourself being critical either of yourself or something else, when you're trying to pick the fault, when you're trying to pick what's wrong with it, when you're trying to point out what's bad with it, then just turn that around. Every time you catch yourself, just turn it around and ask yourself, what do I appreciate about this? That will help you out there. You've also got Hyacinth here, and it's about playfulness. So it says, play is the royal road to childhood, happiness and adult brilliance. Being playful, it opens doors, right? Opens people's hearts, it opens doors. Maybe you've got a little bit too serious, Aquarius, about life, and it's time to be playful again. Have you stopped having fun with people? Let's get some clarity on that. Okay. You've got be firmer and be vulnerable. And so maybe you're feeling vulnerable in fun spaces at the moment. Now, that wouldn't surprise me. It goes with this encountering conflict, that if you are encountering conflict, that will make you shut down, that will make you feel vulnerable and cause you to maybe get a little serious or a little detached from people. And this is asking you to be firmer in breaking through that, breaking past that, putting yourself out there again, being playful. Really, this is asking you to lift yourself. This part of the reading is asking you to lift yourself out of a hole that you've got yourself in here, an energetic kind of hole. And maybe that's taken us back to the beginning. Maybe that is that balance that's needed now. Maybe you thought that you could continue in this, being shut down to relationships, encountering conflict, not being playful, and because you're getting serious about your work or something like that. But then this Justice card comes out and says, you can't. You've got to get that balance. You're a whole being, and your higher self and the universe, it doesn't want you to get out of balance like that. It wants you to have everything that you want, but you need to get that balance within yourself. And so this emotional stuff needs to be dealt with here, Aquarius, for your ascension. So you got some really good cards here. Your higher self is trying to bring you out. It wants to give you justice. It wants to give you those manifestations that you want. There you go, Aquarius. I hope that helped you. If you like this reading, please click like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. What did you get out of that? I love hearing from you. If you would like a private reading with me, go along to my website, behealing.com. I'd love to read for you. And have an amazing week. I'll see you next time. Bye.